There you go. Hold that through this chop. Now let him relax. There you are. Dang it. It already moved. Here's the rest. Okay. See, his face said, how did that move so easy?
I just barely pushed.
That's right. Can you walk for me? I actually wanted to see your walk that she's doing. So he's got a heck of a limp going on. So if you look at that limp, his hip's really bugging him. Okay. So I just want everybody to see that because then as I work on you, hopefully we can get you walking a lot better. Let's watch you walk again. Let's just see how smooth we've got to walk here. I think that's as smooth as we're honestly going to get it in a day because that ain't bad for a fusion in a first-time visit. So he's got a heck of a limp going on. So if you look at that limp, his hip's really bugging him. Okay, so I just want everybody to see that because then as I work on you, hopefully we can get you walking a lot better. All right, hey everybody, it's Dr. Bain here. It's been like 3 months since I've recorded a video. I have a new patient, David. David, say hey to the peeps at home.
Howdy.
David's got tons of car accidents, tons of other issues going on, and he's got sciaticas and back pain and hip pain, and I don't know what else you got going on, but it's quite a bit.
Dumpster fire.
Yes, and he found us on YouTube, so he wants us to look into his case with ABC. Now actually, I want them to see one thing. Can you walk for me? I actually want them to see your walk that she's doing. So he's got a heck of a limp going on. So if you look at that limp, his hip's really bugging him. Okay, so I just want everybody to see that because then as I work on you, hopefully we can get you walking a lot better. So let's face this way. So I already checked him a little bit before we started recording here just to see if he had an adhesion. It says he has 2, so I'm just going to double check though and see and make sure. So can you look down for me? Back to the center, back to normal. So this one was clear when I checked it earlier. Yep, no adhesion there. Look up to the ceiling. Back to center, right there. And you can see right away that already looked kind of funky. And right there, he has an adhesion somewhere on this part of the inside of his spine. So I'm gonna have you lay face out. Let's go head here, legs towards that side, on your back for me. Okay, perfect. Yep. Oh yeah. And then whatever's comfortable for you, knees bent or flat, doesn't matter. And because you've never had one of these before, I'm gonna do a real basic version. So all we're gonna do here is, I'm gonna take the head, I'm gonna do a long, deep stretch towards the left shoulder, and that stretch is gonna go down your head all the way through your low back. Wow. As I do that, you're very likely gonna feel things releasing in your spine in different areas as I'm releasing little scar tissue pieces out of there. Okay. Most people, when you get their first one, right after this, you might get a little sore here, shouldn't be that bad. Maybe a little bit of a head rush, but both of those will pass in about 30 seconds. Cool. Your whole job, just be loose as you can. Yep, let the arms kind of dangle, let them do whatever they want. Take a nice deep breath. I want you to let this fall through. Good. Let your shoulders relax. There. So everybody might have heard that. Probably felt that, I would imagine. Good. A little bit of head rush hitting you, hey. Yeah. And so he's also been in a lot of accidents. So some of these initial adhesions we're going to release in him are going to be probably pretty powerful for him because they've probably been there a really long time. But it was right about where I thought it was, which was right there. It's probably where you felt that whole section kind of peel apart.
Yeah.
You look better though.
It felt like the shoulder was trying to touch the other one.
Yes. Okay, head rush mostly passed? Yeah. Okay, slowly come up. Take your time. I'm going to have you come right back in the same spot. And you might get a second head rush there, so there's no rush if you do. Good. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No rush.
Oh,
don't worry. That's the table.
I'm like, I thought you said leg head.
No. That's the table. No. Okay. So let's first see what happens to your posture here. So, wow. Look at this. Wow, it's going to be fun. Take a really deep breath. Let your body go loose. So I checked this earlier with him, and he's about to tell you, hey, I'm not as slouchy as I was. Do you notice how you don't slouch as much before? Yeah. Remember when we checked that before we started recording where I was like,
felt like it was a deeper S.
That's right. But this time you notice that you don't get anywhere near as much collapse in this area, and you're not doing as much of that gut thing you did when I checked you earlier.
Yeah.
So now try looking up for me. Do you notice how you gained some motion there?
Yeah.
Look straight ahead. Okay, let's make sure it's gone. Okay, so that adhesion's gone. But let's check the other one that I had found earlier. Look to the right for me. And back to center. Oh, that's much looser. Very nice. And how about the left side? And back to center. Hey, you've loosened up there as well. That's a bonus. Now there's still a little adhesion though. Look to the left when he looks to the left. And he'll tell you, yeah, something feels funky in here.
I feel it on the right side.
Yeah, so he's feeling some funkiness here. So let's get rid of that one. Now this one's different. I actually want you to sit here, feet on the floor for me. I'm gonna lower you down. So this is gonna change that walk even more. So once I release that, I'm actually gonna have you walk, and we should notice on that walk, way less limp, much looser in the leg. Maybe not perfect yet, I haven't done any bones yet, but it should be a lot better. So the way we're gonna do this is, you're gonna let everything slouch and relax. I'm gonna stretch you towards this right shoulder. That stretch then, just like the other one, is gonna go down that whole spine. And this one might be even louder than the first because I'm gonna peel apart a whole section this time. And it's a lot more specific, so that's why it gets a little bit louder. Same thing, little head rush probably, just let it pass, 30 seconds, so you don't have to hop right up or something. Take your time. So arms and shoulders, let these go looser, let them slouch. Let this round out, relax down here, all that loose. And all I want you to do is let me and gravity do the work. Just let this hang. Good, looser here if you can. Try to keep this relaxed. Good, still looser, let it go. Now, big head rush, little sore, let it pass. There's no rush. Sometimes when these are really big, people get nauseous. If you need a bucket, let me know. It's rare, but it does happen if they're big.
No, it's just the pain at that bottom of the right skull.
Yep.
That was where the main part of it was.
Yep. Should be starting to pass though, shouldn't linger too long. Very intense though. That's the bigger part's the intensity. You did awesome though. Boy, that was
Can I drop my head down?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Sorry.
Stretch if you need to. That was huge. So you guys probably heard that. It was pretty large, and he'll tell you he probably thought that his soul was about to leave his body. But that's
like
because
you crushed a beer can in my neck.
yeah, and because the reason that's so intense for him is because that adhesion was probably here in his neck, all the way down to the middle of his back. He probably felt that go all the way down to somewhere where my hand is.
Yeah.
So now here's the fun part though. Can I watch you walk again the same way you did earlier? Already. That's the fastest he's gotten up yet. And then now, let's get some walks in. Oh, well, look at this guy. Do you notice how you're taking some bigger strides? And you're not limping as much.
I'm not feeling that.
That's right.
That twinge off of the left side of the top of my hip.
That's right.
And here I thought all along it was in the hips.
That's right. Him and I were discussing this earlier, right? Because all the medical people keep telling him that it's hip arthritis, it's yeah. And I was telling him before we treated him today or whatever that a lot of times these hips just come from adhesions in the spine that make him twist down there, and look at how he looks. You can tell right off the bat, it's loosening up.
I mean, I still got the tightness running down and then like a little bit in the front right here and down the side of the leg, but other than that, that's 50% less right there.
And that ain't bad because I haven't done a bone yet. So face this way. So luckily the hard part's over. He's probably thanking God for that. Let's see how his posture's doing. And this is the best posture he's had yet. Take another deep one. Let it go loose. See, this is the hardest it is for him to slouch yet, and he's starting to get looser here. See, now I can actually push these muscles in because they're loosening up. So let's
what's funny is the ones beside my shoulder here on the inside, they feel tighter, like it's pulling me back.
That's it. Yeah, because now they can actually do the right job this time.
Yeah.
So now, let's check bones. So head's perfect. I'm going to push this bone more forward. And all we're going to do here is we're going to look for the first bone that I push where your head doesn't do the right compensation for how your body's falling. So far, nothing too crazy here. I'm going to double check this one up here because this is a pretty common one people get. It's almost wanting to show up. I'll probably end up doing it anyway. Yeah, I'd say that one's there. I'm going to fix this little rib here. There it goes. This rib just gets a little stuck. There it goes. Boy, that was easy. All right, let's go back against this piece. Let's start doing some big bones here. Now we continue. Okay. All right, we're back. My phone died, so here we go. All right, so right against this piece here. All right, let the shoulders relax. Okay, and the shoulders have come back a lot, actually, to be honest. They're almost in the right spot. I'm going to give them a little bit better. So on my videos, you may have seen me chopping people here in the chest, okay? I'm going to do these two chops. What they're doing is they're moving the rib behind here backwards, And the reason that helps this is because your clavicle runs here, and that's actually part of the reason people get this forward shoulder thing, but then that also drags the head along and all this other stuff. So I'm gonna fix this first. All you gotta do is keep these nice and loose as I chop here. So 2 big chops. There's 1, here comes number 2. Take a nice deep breath, let your body go loose again. Let's make sure I got it. Nice, and I'm gonna get them even better. I'm gonna bring these arms out just a little bit. Okay, so you feel this angle? I want you to take these, bring them right up to there, following that angle like this. Yep, hold that through both of these chops. There you go, hold that through this chop. Now let them relax. Here we go. Now take a really deep breath. Always gonna like that. Now you notice shoulders don't go anywhere, right? It's almost like I glued them in place, like they're getting held back. Especially this one. That one's moved back a ton. So now I'm gonna move this guy here because I'm gonna cross your arms here like this. That one there. This one's gonna come underneath and around. Now let me get this off the neck there, otherwise it's gonna be funky. There we go. Okay, and then I'm probably gonna take mine off just so I don't get that weird noise. All right, so I'm gonna do this bone way up here, C7. So bones are very simple. I want you to relax the shoulders down to the floor. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. So you're gonna feel me doing this a bunch. I just want you to stay as relaxed as you can, the shoulders and the feet, let me lift you. So first things first though, I gotta figure out where I'm going. So let that head come forward a little. There's my spot. Head's gonna go right there. That's where I want your head to stay the whole time. I'm gonna do a bunch of pushes, just relax the arms. Okay, I'm actually almost in the right spot right off the bat. There you are. Dang it, it already moved. Here's the rest. Okay. See, his face said, how did that move so easy?
I just barely pushed.
That's right. So now face this way. Well, I was telling him earlier that he's going to be amazed at how easy these bones are going to move. Because he's going to be very surprised it's not going to take me much. Oh, that's already way better. Take another breath, relax. Good. And now you can see how that hump right here has reduced drastically because now I brought that bone back. So that bone's much better. How's this doing now? That should have taken a little more tension out of here by moving this one.
Yeah, it has.
Yep, and that's because I was telling him earlier that when you get these bones forward, they yank your spinal cord and it pulls it all the way down the spine. So now we're just going bone by bone here till we find the first bone that doesn't do what it's supposed to be doing at the head. So I'm gonna check this one again. That's our guy. Okay, so back against that same spot there. Do the same thing, cross these like this. Yep, relax the shoulders. Now for this one, because the angle's different, I want you to let your body actually slouch forward onto me. Yep, keep coming, and let the head slouch all the way. Relax your shoulders. There it goes. And right here facing that way. Woo. Oh boy, Patrick, face that way for me. Okay, let's take a look this time. And relax. Much better.
Something pop when I inhaled.
Yep. Okay, so that guy looks a lot better. Boy, this looks much better. Okay, so we're gonna keep going here. Now my guess is these areas look pretty decent right at the moment, so I'm probably not gonna find anything in these upper ones, but I am probably gonna find something at the way bottom here somewhere. So I'm gonna keep going. Good. Nope, that's fine. And the other thing I forgot to mention is his lower back is fused as well. So that's part of some of these issues as well, making things worse. But see right there, the moment I touch this, you can see how he falls right over. It's very unstable at this area. So that's the next one I'm gonna fix. So I'm gonna have you sit actually, right here, legs flat in front of you towards the wall. Not like this. So,
no,
like
that's not what I'm...
higher.
Giving the eye, no, not that. I'm giving you the eye like, this is going to be difficult.
Oh, okay. You do your best. Now, because he has that fusion there, and I have to move his fusion right now, because that's actually what's coming up, I'm actually going to try to do it without boards first, see how he handles it, and then I might add boards as I go.
I can't even...
Nope, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I wasn't expecting those to hit flat anyway.
All right.
So cross these like this. Good. And then I'm going to put this guy over here. All right, so I'm going to go right above this spot there. I want you to let the head slouch all the way to the chest, and I want you to let your stomach go loose. I've got you. From here, it's me and gravity. Let it go loose right there. There, good. Now I moved it just a little bit. So now let's step you up to one board. Grab and pull. Just like that, same spot. So I already moved it, but I'm gonna see if I can move it just a little bit more. But with fusion people, I like to be nice to them a little bit first. So
being gentle.
yeah, so I'm saying we're being a little nice to him. So I'm just gonna step him up one board, cross those arms again. Let the head slouch all the way. Relax your shoulders, let it go, I've got you. There, right here, let it go. And there it goes. So I moved it just that little bit more. You probably felt that release right at the end.
Yep.
Right here and pull. Okay, so let's just see how he's doing. Right here facing towards that side. Good.
Every time I get up, I roll on that nerve.
Oh yeah, that's a sore little sucker. Okay, now let's just see how he's looking overall. Nice deep breath. Look how good this guy's looking. Boy, what a nice posture from where we started. So let's check a couple things on your sacrum here. Good, that's fine. Let's check a little bit higher, went a little too low there. There we go. Beautiful. That's fine. Let's check your actual femurs here. No, you're good. There you go. So I'm just checking to see if there's a rotation of the femurs that I need to address. So far, so good. Okay. Now, because I've drastically changed things, I'm just going to check for adhesions again, because I've actually quite changed his posture a lot. So let's look down to the floor. Back to center. Oh boy, that's really loose now. Holy smokes, look at you. Look up to the ceiling. Back to the middle. Boy, that loosened up even more.
Yeah.
Look to the right. Yeah, look at you go, man. Wow. Nice. Left side. So much better than we started. Look at that. Okay, so let's check some feet. So let's go head on this side. Feet and legs towards my side, just laying face up. So I'm just going to check, make sure he doesn't have something funky in the legs going on. Sometimes that'll cause a couple issues. And you can see once again.
That muscle's feeling tight right there.
Yep, and that left butt cheek.
Yep.
Now what's funny is, look how flat his legs are getting.
Yeah, now that I'm laid back.
Yeah, they're getting flatter. So I'm just going to fix a couple things in the feet here. Nothing too crazy. Good.
Except for my spurs hanging out the back of the heel there.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. He does also have some diagnosed spurs in the feet. There we go. Good, good. Good, good. Perfect. I'm going to do the bottoms of these feet. Just push these bones back up. Okay, so let's get these guys. Good. Perfect. Let's get these guys here. Good. Okay, and the last thing we're going to check here is your fibulas, okay? Because sometimes these fibulas get knocked out. My guess would be your right one probably. But all you're going to have to do is just let your body go as loose as you can here. I'm going to bring this out just a little. I'm going to bring this to here. There we go. And I'm being real gentle on them just because of that fusion. I'm not trying to get that too irritated. This is the one I suspect out of the two. Yep, and that was the guy. Let's take a look at how his breathing's going in the chest. So I want you to take a deep one. There you go. Give me another one. Pretty decent, actually, now that we've treated him. He's got a little something right here where it's catching. So, you feel that?
This right here.
Yep.
Is childhood damage.
Ah, so that's why it's not probably breathing right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of compress these in to unlock these ribs because these ribs have just gotten a little stuck. All you got to do is as you breathe out, let your chest sink in with my hands. You may feel some crackling happen here. That's me breaking up a bunch of junk. So take a breath then. Let your body go loose as I sink in. There you go. Oh yeah. Home run. All day. Take another one. And same thing. Let it go. There you go. All day. Oh, there it goes. Good. Nice. Now let's see where we're at. Oh, that's glorious. Boy, your breathing's gotten a lot better since we started. Okay, come up on my side here. Take your time. Might get a little rush there just because you've been laying for a bit. Good. Hey, this ain't bad for a first day, though. Especially with the fusion case. Ain't bad at all. Let's face towards this side. Okay. Let's see how our posture's going. There we go. Nice deep breath. Let it relax. Not bad. Let's double check these guys down here. Boy, you're so much taller than we started.
I'm back to 6 foot again.
Yeah, a little bit at a time here. Okay, so those are checking out pretty good here. Just double check. Let's recheck this bone I did earlier, make sure I didn't pull it back out. I did not. Let's check here. Take a breath, relax. I know there's probably a little fold in here. A little fold right here. I'm just going to do a nice gentle lift on this rib. Arms loose. Let your head come back a little. Good, and one more right here. And just real gentle pull there. Nice deep breath. Let it go loose. Let's watch you walk again. Let's just see how smooth we've got to walk here. I think that's as smooth as we're honestly going to get it in a day, because that ain't bad for a fusion in a first time visit. Overall, how you doing compared to where we started? If we started at a 10, where are you at now?
10 being worst?
10 being like where we started, as in like all the stuff you came in with. 0 would be there ain't nothing left.
That's probably about a 4.
That ain't bad.
So I still got the pain right
Yep.
here. That's what the irritating part is.
Yeah, of course. But 60% less than we started. Yeah. Overall, 50% less. That's pretty good for a fusion case. I'm pretty happy with that. So that's going to be day 1, and maybe we'll do a follow-up video after I treat you maybe 1 or 2 more times, because it's going to get way better than this. It's just that with fusion people, they're so twisted up down here, now he's going to have to do a bunch of changing in the next couple of days. So over the next couple of days, I was telling him that with fusion people, they're going to have to go through some kind of fun stuff in the beginning here as we start pulling all this junk out. Yeah. But very much fixable. Yeah, and I think after seeing this, I think we've got a pretty good chance of fixing a lot of stuff.
Heat, ice.
Ice, heat, stretch. Nah, I would probably just say ice and maybe just rest. And then sit on really firm stuff. Don't sit on anything too soft. All right.
I'll switch to the couch. It's still firm.
Okay. All right, guys, that's a good first visit. And then maybe we'll do a follow-up.
All right.
All right, dude.